Thank you very much, Bob. Steven Strasburg joins me now. Steven, I swear I was going to ask this question before Gio Gonzalez dropped that double into center field. You guys do hitting practice from time to time on the side fields. Got some hitters in this rotation. Rank for me, in your opinion, the top hitting pitchers on this Nationals roster.
It's a tough call. You know, I would say Tanner's up there. I'd say Joe, he's got some potential. Gio, just when he makes contact, you know, much like Max, it just seems to hit it where they're not. You know, they don't really hit it with too much authority, but I would say I got the most power in the group, but it just hasn't translated yet. So.
We'll wait for that. Now, Gio has the 3 home runs career. You've got 1, but you've also got the Silver Slugger on your mantle at home.
Yeah, I just keep telling myself that, you know, they treat me like another hitter now, so I have to see all their stuff, and they just kind of get served up fastball. So at least I've earned some pitchers' respect. There
you go. Work some counts, foul some pitches off. Now, 2015 was kind of an up and down year for you. You started out with the ankle injury, and that kind of affected you in a number of different ways. When you were healthy, though, down the stretch, you really finished strong. You talked in that stretch about how you were learning things about yourself, both as a pitcher and as a person. What did you kind of take away from that? What was the main thing that you learned?
Just how important it is to just kind of have that short-term memory and, you know, knowing that, you know, tough times will pass, but, you know, tough people stay. So, you know, just trying to stay consistent with my approach and, you know, trusting that, you know, it's all going to figure itself out in the end.
Is that something that you will try and continue to reflect back on? Maybe if you do scuffle in a start or you go through a bad stretch, is that something you can fall back on?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, everybody's going to have their bad games. I think last year was just I was having a significant amount of more than what I was used to. But, you know, once I was able to kind of take a step back and dissect, you know, what was happening, I was able to kind of learn a little bit more about, you know, how I tick. And, you know, having something like that wasn't really related to my arm just helped me realize how important, you know, your whole body is when you throw a baseball, and it's not just necessarily if your arm's feeling good that you're going to be all right. You know, a little ankle injury or you know, knees bothering you, something like that, you know, that can throw off your mechanics entirely.
Now, on that note, on the mechanics note, that was something that unfortunately, beyond the physical aspects, kind of lingered. Where do you feel like your mechanics are at this point in spring? Do you feel like you're in a good place on that front?
Yeah, I think everything's coming out good. You know, I'm not trying to look too far ahead, though. You know, I think there's always something to improve on. There's always, you know, ways to get better. So, you know, I don't try and read into the mechanics too much, but, you know, I would say as of right now, you know, the ball's coming out good and it's consistent. So I'm just trying to stay where I'm at.
You had worked with one pitching coach your whole career, as Tim shoots one out to right. One pitching coach your whole career in Steve McCatty. Now you got a new one in Mike Maddox. Through your time working with him over these last handful of weeks, what have been some of the techniques or kind of the points that you guys have been working on? What are you picking up from him early on?
Well, I think, you know, he brings a wealth of knowledge, not only the mental side of the game, but physical side too. You know, he's had some good little keys to focus on mechanically. But the scouting report, the way you attack hitters, you know, I think it's been really good. Just trying to, you know, figure out exactly, you know, why I'm successful and, you know, little things to focus on throughout the course of the game and making those adjustments faster.
Nothing against Cat, really good pitching coach, but how much can sometimes just a new voice and hearing things from a different perspective give you something that you can work on?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from Cat, and you know, the time that I had with him was special, and it's something that I'll always look back on and with fond memories. You know, I think Mike, you know, has a track record everywhere he goes. You know, he gets the most out of his guys, and you know, I'm excited just to kind of, you know, see what he has to offer, especially from the scouting side of it. You know, those are the things that we haven't really dove in too much at this point in spring training, but once we start facing teams over and over again, it's going to be good to kind of, you know, pick his brain and see, you know, what kind of adjustments that need to be made to, you know, get big league hitters out.
All right, now I'll wrap with this one. We've lost some good golfers on this team over the last couple of years. Clip is gone. Craig Stammen's gone. Where I asked you to rank the hitting pitchers. Where do you rank the golfers now on the team? Are you maybe at the top of the list?
I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I probably am, and that's not necessarily a good thing. You know, it's pretty slim pickings here. You know, I think Max, you know, he talks a big game, but I've seen him play, so he's definitely not on the, you know, Tyler Clippard, Craig Stammen level. So
we got to get him. We got to get Bryce. Some of these other guys, some reps out on the course, build them up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, get out there, have a good time, and you know, I think if you play well on the golf course, you know, it translates onto the baseball field too.
Thanks for the time, Steven. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.